Greetings, I'm Jonathan Spear. The end is not today, and welcome to Modern Skyblock 3 Supershorts. This is my recipe for Ender Air. You may be wondering why this is an Age of Engineering. I have a lot of menial work to do on that pack right now, so it'll be a bit before I can put out a video. For my next trick, I'm going to need a lot of stone. One metamorphosis. It converts stone into metamorphic stone in a pretty big radius. So big, in fact, that I don't want to risk converting my island. So for now, I'll just throw on this piece of dirt at my base and accidentally turn all my stone into metamorphic stone. There are 8 types of metamorphic stone. Why do I need all these colors? I'm going to set up a Luminizer transport network all over my base, and I want to use colors to tell me about where I'm going, without having to place pesky signs all over the place. Note, you get more of a certain type of metamorphic stone in certain biomes. I'll use mountain and taiga to mark my base. Luminizers require dragonstone, red string, and glowstone. They're actually pretty expensive. 6 red string, 6 luminizers. I'll use green stone to represent nature and purple stone to represent magic. This will be my luminizer lane from base to Botania. Luminizers must be chained together. It can only go in one direction, reliably. They have a range of about 20 blocks. To bind them, pick the starting luminizer by shift right clicking with the wand of the forest, and shift right click on the next luminizer to bind it. We can do the same thing again from a middle luminizer to get to the last one. Right click on a luminizer to ride it. This is my line back. If you want to go back and forth between 2 places, you can set up an infinite loop. You just have to be ready to dismount using left shift. I have so much ender air, I might as well use it all to create Corporea sparks. 1 Corporea spark and a dragonstone make a master Corporea spark. Corporea sparks allow you to create a storage system from which you can extract but not insert items. To demonstrate this, let's make a Corporea index. The first thing a Corporea network needs is a master Corporea spark, which must be placed in an inventory. Unfortunately, the inventory you place the Corporea spark on will not interact with the network. Now let's place a Corporea spark on this colossal chest interface. We can right click on this spark to see its connections. It is connected to the master network. Finally, we'll place on an index and put a Corporea spark on top of it. This spark, too, is connected to the network. While near Corporea index, open up your text chat, and you'll see this little box in the bottom right telling you that you're by a Corporea index, and anything you say will be intercepted as a request. So, for example, I can request something like a torch. I wanted to clear out all the loot bags in my colossal chest, so I requested all common loot bag. There's supposed to be a tab completion feature. I'm not sure why it's not working. These dancing little purple sparks will tell you the radius of the Corporea index. What can I do with this? First, I'll take my drawer controller, move it outside, and put a spark on it. Next up, I'm going to unlock the Actually Editions chapter, 64 gold colossal chest walls, and interestingly, an Actually Editions trophy. Why do I want Actually Editions? For the storage crates. Just like their item ID says, they're giant chests. 8 wood casings, 32 chests, 8 small storage crates. Look at all this space, and it's all accessible with a single Corporea spark. Corporea sparks don't reach very far, but to get it to the cobblestone over here, I hooked sparks up to crafting tables, which technically act as inventory, so I could get from there all the way over there. To get my Corporea network up here, I made a line of mini chests going up these stairs. Now I can, for example, request a diamond at any time. Now, I had a plan to enhance this Corporea system immensely using Actually Editions item laser relays, which would have allowed me to set up a system that would let me put items into these chests. Unfortunately, it requires an item from one of the very last stages in this mod pack. This is an unfortunate setback because as far as I can tell, there are no other wireless item transport mods available to me right now. So I'll have to do all Corporea insertion locally. In other news, I now have 2 trophies for the Basic Resources quest line. One is earned by completing the quests for the stage. If you completed any of these quests before updating the mod pack to include trophies, you'll have to recomplete the quests. To do that, hover over the quest that you want to complete to get its number ID, and then run this command substituting 980 and WizBall1 for the number of the quests you want to complete and your username. The other trophy came from completing every single quest in the Basic Resources chapter. A completionist will probably want to get every single trophy. We'll see whether I do that or not. Do you have any suggestions for how my trophy room should look? In any case, it'll probably be put in the middle of my floating city, but who knows when that'll come about. Now that we have a fair amount of Botania infrastructure, let's talk about some of the great items that you can get with Botania. With the Rune of Air and Earth, I can make the Sojourner's Sash, which I can place in the belt slot of my baubles, to give me a speed boost and step assist. Although its speed effects do not stack with the Ruby Eye, its jump boost effects do. The Cirrus Amulet will give me a double jump, and it will negate all damage the jump at that height would have incurred. With these 3 items, I'm about as agile as I could possibly be. However, as great as the Serious Amulet is, it doesn't prevent all fall damage. My two best options to do with that are Incense Sticks with the Brew of Feather Feet, and the Angelic Feather, which uses hunger to protect you from falls. My main concern is preventing having to eat food, but the Incense Sticks, although they last a very long time, are only temporary. But considering that I happen to already have an Angelic Feather on account of a loot bag, I think I'll go with the Feather. If you're well versed in the ways of Botania, you might ask why I'm not going with a Tainted Blood pendant with Feather Feet. The answer to that question is that the amulet slot is already filled. Cactus fruit won't last forever, so I guess I'll need a better source of food. To preempt that situation, I'll make baked potatoes on a stick, which are really just an absolutely amazing food, even better than cactus fruit. With these tools at my command, I know I'm set for a long time. Anyway, that's it for today's episode. Next episode, we'll work on Actually additions. As always, if you have any feedback, I'd love to hear it. I hope you enjoyed!